Hey folks, for day 23 Advent Reflection, we hear from Gracie Bartz. Hope you enjoy it and hope you're having a good week.
Hi, I'm Gracie, and I'm reading this month's Advent. You know the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ. Although he was rich, he had become poor for our sakes, so that we could become rich through his poverty. The whole story of Advent is the story of God becoming human. And God didn't just become human, he became poor. Jesus wasn't born into a royal castle. He didn't have a crown right away. He wasn't pampered by royal servants at his birth. None of this. No royal treatment for God's birth. He was born in a stable with animals. His first bed was dirt and hay. He was vulnerable, and his family was poor, so no health insurance. God took risk. God took a risk for us, to serve us, to lift us up where God is. There is no way we could find our way to God on our own. We're too blind. We're too full of ourselves. But that does not mean that we're not worth it to God. The whole point is that we're made in the image of God. We are made to reflect God in our lives. Our home is to find our identity in God, but we're lost, all of us, lost. We're lost because as humans we have forgotten that we're made to reflect God, or we've forgotten who God is, and so don't have any idea of what it means to reflect the image of God in our lives. But God did not want us to forget that we are made for so much more than we think. We are made much greater than we imagine. We are made to shine God's goodness, to live our lives in connection to God, to experience God's goodness and life every day. But this greatness was made for only comes through humility. What it means to reflect the image of God is to serve and love and lift others up. This is why Jesus wasn't born as human royalty. He was divine royalty, but came to serve us in love, to show us what it truly means to be like God. Advent tells us we are made for so much more. May Jesus' birth remind us of what we're made for. God served us to lift us up to him, and make us rich with his presence, so that we might make others rich by loving and serving God like God did for us.